Well, good afternoon, everybody. This is Eric Magandance, your Scout Executive here, talking to you and everybody in the room. We've got a number of folks here related to our Fireside chat for the month of November. Thanks for joining us. We've got a number of things we're going to cover this afternoon, and again, we are recording this Fireside chat so that we can post it online, and we'll also have notes from the meeting posted there as well. Katie nods in approval. So. Today we're going to talk a little bit about rechartering youth protection training, as well as our upcoming council awards reception. We've got some exciting news. We're going to announce our Silver Beavers today as well. We have 18 of them, as a matter of fact. And we'll talk about our investment in character campaign, which is a new name. We've retooled and renamed our Friends of Scouting campaign, Investment in Character. We'll talk about that. Our Eagle Scout gatherings, some high adventure updates, as well as Cub Camping and some deposits that'll be coming up for a Cub Camping program. A popcorn update for us, scouting for food next spring, and some new information there and a timeline, as well as I'll give you an update on some shelter-relating construction projects that we're going to be proceeding forward with out at Camp Cedars. So at this point, I'd like to introduce a new member of the team, Jason Balu. Jason comes to us from Kansas City, where he served as a district executive, a senior district executive, district director, as well as a field director. And Jason has provided leadership to the Catholic Committee on Scouting and the Council Investment in Character campaign, which they actually call their campaign in Kansas City Investment in Character. And we're proud to have Jason join our team as an assistant director of field service up in Sioux City, running our Sioux City office and serving our War Eagle, Twin Lakes, and Diamond Dick districts. So we're pleased to have him. I'd like to introduce Jason. I'll have him come over to the computer, but he'll also get a chance to say hi to everybody.
Thanks, Eric. Really excited to be here at Mid-America Council. I want to tell you a little bit about myself. I'm married to my lovely wife, Andrea. We've got two wonderful little boys, Jack, who's 2.5 years old, and Brady, who's 9 months. I've been with the Boy Scouts about 13 years, formerly working with the Heart of America Council. Grew up in the program, Cub Scout, Eagle Scout, and really enjoyed it. And then after graduating college, thought what great way to pay back by working with the Scouts. Yeah. As Eric mentioned, I'll be working up out of the Sioux City Scout Center, serving Diamond Dick districts, War Eagle, Thundercloud, and Twin Lakes. And again, really excited to be part of the Mid-America Council team. Been on the job for just about a month, so really look forward to working with everyone, and we'll look forward to seeing you along the scouting trail. So thanks, and I have enjoyed feeling very welcomed, and we'll turn it back over to Eric.
Great. Thanks, Jason. Okay. Well, before we get on with the agenda, I have a little bit of bragging to do on behalf of our 7,000 volunteers, our board of directors, all of our staff, support staff, and professional staff. I wanted to give you all a quick update in terms of our membership for the month of October. You know, we've actually been having some pretty good success in really following our vision statement of unparalleled experiences for more youth. And the more youth component of that has an emphasis on Cubs, because that's where everybody enters our programs, and it's the opening of our store, the front door to our store called Scouting. So I wanted to share a little bit of news for you. At the end of October, we had a 14.5% growth in Tiger Cub Scouts. We had a 9.7, almost 10% growth in our Cub Scouts, which is Wolves and Bears, which gave us a total growth in our Cub Scouting programs of 4.3%. And that's remarkable, and that shows that we're adding new families to our Cub Scout programs, not just looking at it in terms of have we grown month over month or year over year. More importantly, are we adding considerably more families to the Cub Scout program than we've had involved in the past? And the answer to that is yes. And what I'd like to tell you about is for the cumulative months, August, September, October, we have had over 3,323 new families joined Cub Scouts, which is more families that joined Cub Scouts the whole time frame from August to December last year. So in those 3 months, we've had more families join Cub Scouts than we did from August to December. That's quite an accomplishment. It's something to celebrate, something to be excited about, because that's where those kids are going to move through the programs, and they're going to become Boy Scouts and Venturers and Eagle Scouts and Explorers, and that's really what we're all about, is the long-term sustainable growth of our organization, and then we keep all those kids in through unparalleled experiences, or better known as program. So I thought I'd share that with you. It's kind of cool. You can see here, those that will be watching the video later, you can see on the chart that I'm showing, we're actually over the 100% mark for Area 5, and that's really exciting. The next bit of information I'll share with you is related to just all of our traditional youth, whether it's Cub Scouts, Boy Scouts, and venturing, all in, new families that have joined this year during the first 3 months of the year versus August through December last year. We've actually had over 3,351 families join, which again is more new families in scouting, Cub Scouts, Boy Scouts, and venturing, than we had during that entire period, August to December last year. So again, really exciting. It says that we're on the right track, we're doing the right things, and the other really nice component here on our journey to excellence is we're up 8% in the retention of our youth, which means we're actually delivering on the program side of it and the parent promise, which is so important to keeping the kids once we get them engaged in scouting in the first place. So I thought I'd share that with you, a little bit of message from the Good News Department. So at this point, I'm going to have Katie talk to us briefly about our Council Awards reception, which is pretty exciting and coming up quick, and we hope to sell the place out. So have a listen.
Hi. So I have a couple of notes here about our Council Awards reception. It's going to be held Saturday, January 11th at 5:30 p.m. at the Trulson Events Center on the campus of UNMC. You can already go online and register for that now, which is awesome because we have announced our Silver Beavers, the main event at that dinner. We've got 18 this year. I think this is the most we've ever had. Even in our centennial year, I think we were at 17. So this is a lot of Silver Beavers to recognize. We've got some great quality volunteers who deserve the award. I'll name those off. We've got Dennis Bender from Lewis and Clark, James Benish in Lewis and Clark, Melvin Clark in Lewis and Clark. It's my favorite one, just because of the repeating Clarks. Bob Dalrymple from the Mid-America Council, Thomas Genishin, did I say that right? Oh, good, thank you. Lewis and Clark, Warren Johnson, Soaring Eagle, Kathy Joyner, Soaring Eagle, Suzette Jewell, Trailblazer, Michael Livergood, Wagon Wheel, John Madison and Peter Lacharo, Deb Reinard in War Eagle, Daniel Rock in Lewis and Clark, Christina Ronfelt in Soaring Eagle, David Scott from Lewis and Clark, Clarence Shawley from Thundercloud, Christine Schoberg from Wagon Wheel, Justin Wyatt from Trailblazer, and William Young from Trailblazer. So we've got a lot of awesome volunteers that we'll be recognizing. Also at the Council Awards reception, if you haven't been before, we recognize our scholarship winners, so the youth who get scholarships to go to college. Venturing Leadership Awards will be at this event, and our Veteran Scouter Awards. I know for a fact we've got one 50-year veteran and maybe some older veterans that will be there. It's definitely an event to come to, so if there's somebody from your district, even if you don't know them, it'd be great to sign up, register, show up, and show your support for the amount of service that they've been giving to your district. If you're on the line, there's a lot of noise coming in. If you've got like the wind or something going on, could you mute us so everybody doesn't have to listen to it? And then, yeah, I'll post notes. I'll post a link so you can see the whole list in case you didn't catch it. And that's all I've got. Eric will talk to you about the investment and character campaign.
Thanks, Katie. So as you heard earlier, I announced that we are renaming our fundraising campaign Investment in Character campaign. And really the reason for that is it aligns, again, closely with our unparalleled experiences for more youth. And what we're asking families to do is quite simply invest in the character development program that their kids are receiving. And that just has a little different meaning to it and ties in a little nicer to what we're trying to accomplish with our vision and mission than just purely being a friend. It's asking folks to invest in and have a share and a stake, if you will, in this wonderful program we call Scouting. So that's the name. That's the name change. That's the reason for it. Investment in Character campaign is replacing FOS. The campaign itself remains exactly the same. It's just a renaming of the campaign. So Investment in Character, or ICC, because of course in Boy Scouts we always got to have an acronym for everything. So ICC is an Investment in Character campaign. Also related to that, the language has been updated on the website. We've got new print materials that are on order. We're going to have a video where participants are going to be sharing their story, and it'll be filmed and updated here at the Scout Service Center. And it really ties back to the belief in the benefits of the Scouting program is what makes investing in Scouting a worthwhile cause. Okay, so it's going to take a little while for us to catch ourselves after years and years and years of saying FOS to now say ICC, or Investment in Character. So we'll all work at it and we'll have fun with it, and hopefully it makes sense and resonates well with all of you and all of our families. So at this point, I would ask Clint to chat with us briefly about our Eagle Scout gatherings we've been having.
Hello, everybody. I don't know if anybody on the phone was at the last event we had, but we had a good event down at Gallup in October, where it's an Eagle Scout exclusive event. We're going to be holding hopefully 2 of these big level events every year, and then in between those events we have an Eagle Scout committee. It's our vision committee that's met a few times to help us really figure out how do we re-engage our Eagle Scouts. They are the PhDs of Scouting, and people seem to be very open to this. It's one of the good events where we are not asking people to donate anything except their time and talent, and a lot of people have been very receptive about that. The last one we did have at Gallup, we had about 50 Eagle Scouts come down to that. The speaker was Vint Cerf. I don't know if you guys know him or not. A lot of people don't, but he did in fact invent the internet, and he did work with Al Gore on it for all those people asking the question in their mind. But a very great speaker. If you want to check him out, he has his knighthood. He works for Google. Way smarter man than I am, and it was a little bit hard to follow some of the stuff, but great event for Eagle Scouts. We're working on trying to nail down our next speakers. We'll get those events out to all the Eagle Scouts as soon as we figure out who those speakers will be. But so far it's going great, and if anybody that is an Eagle Scout is not getting emails from us, you can email Katie and we'll get you added to our list. Anything else?
That's great.
Okay, thank you.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. First off, I'd like to congratulate the Boston Red Sox for winning the World Series.
Oh, no.
Woohoo! Photo bombed them.
But of course, let's get back to camping. I'll talk a little bit about what's coming up in high adventure camping opportunities. First, in 2014, for any scouts out there that are interested in attending Philmont Scout Ranch, there are still 2 scout openings to attend with a council contingent, and that goes from June 16th to the 28th of 2014. And looking forward after that, the contingent atmosphere in the Mid-America Council is going to take a little bit of a different turn. The contingents will be all-inclusive packages. Right now, what's been offered in the past is you pay a set fee for your entrance fee to the base, but then travel, food, lodging, everything's been added on after that you pay on your own along the way. Contingents starting in 2014 after Philmont and moving forward are going to be all-inclusive, where a scout or adult attending the contingent will pay one set fee, and then that will include your entrance fee to the high adventure base, all travel arrangements, lodging, food and meals along the way, and also Mid-America Council contingent gear, like a hat or a shirt that you'll get to wear as part of your representing the council. Northern Tier is going to have a contingent in the summer of 2014 that will leave the Omaha area on June 20th. Right now, the approximate price, and I will say the approximate estimate, will be about $1,200 per person, which will be the contingent cost to go up to Northern Tier's base up in Ely, Minnesota, to do a week-long canoeing excursion up in the Boundary Waters. In the summer of 2015, Philmont will have a contingent that will be in June. The dates will be determined here pretty soon, with the approximate price per person being $1,100 to $1,400, and some of that depends on the travel arrangements that are arranged in the actual dates. Those are two upcoming contingents with the council. That's again Northern Tier in 2014 and Philmont in 2015. Additional details will be online shortly in the High Adventure section of the camping website on the councils. In addition, first deposits will be taken in about 2 weeks for both Northern Tier 2014 and Philmont in 2015. It'll be a $100 deposit to secure your spot. There are no contingents right now set up for, but troops are encouraged to look into both the Florida Sea Base and the new Paul Christen High Adventure Base at the Summit Bechtel Reserve in West Virginia. Both have great programs for Boy Scouts and adventurers. Right now there's no council contingent planned to be there for the next year, but troops can still reserve spots on their own, especially for the new High Adventure Base, the Paul R. Christen High Adventure Base at the Summit, which does open for the first time in 2014. Now to switch gears from high adventure camping to Cub Camping. The Little Sioux Scout Ranch will have its second high adventure Cub resident camp next summer in 2014. Now reservations are being handled a little bit differently. Last year, individual scouts and dens and packs were encouraged to register online, and that is the same case for 2014, except that we have opened up the registrations a little bit earlier, where dens and packs can now reserve their spots for whatever session is their preference, with only a $50 deposit. So for those Cub Scout packs and dens on the line, if you know that you have scouts and parents interested in going to Cub Resident Camp next summer at Little Sioux, you can now reserve your spots. No matter how many youth and adults you reserve, it's only a $50 deposit to claim your space now, to make sure some of those sessions don't close early and you miss your opportunity. So for those Cub Scouts out there, reserve your spots now and make sure you have your first choice for next summer. And that's all I have.
Elizabeth's going to chat with us about some popcorn. Go, Elizabeth.
So I have the orders in the system, which is great. I know a couple of people have contacted me today about getting their orders still in, and if you are concerned about your order or need to change your order, please just give me a buzz here at the office. It's 402-514-3036. I think I've heard from everybody who maybe missed it, but maybe I haven't. Please don't forget your returns are due this week at your roundtable, or if you're in the Omaha metro area, they're going to Ford Storage on the 9th. That's Saturday. You should have received an email about 2 weeks ago, between the 22nd and the 25th, about the time for your return. Returns are very important to our campaign and keeping it clean and making sure everybody gets the right amount of product. Please make sure that those are full cases, and remember, we don't accept any chocolate product. Prizes are also due. We tried to get all of those in on last Friday. Most of them are in, but I know a couple people missed it. That's okay. The prize system is still up and going. You can place that order just by going into the popcorn system, just like normal. And then my last thing with popcorn is please don't forget the popcorn ball registration is due on November 15th, and that's for any scout that sold $1,000 this year. And I know some people have been a little bit confused, so if you're trying to order an extra ticket, just keep going through the process and you'll get to the page. It's not on that first page where you get your extra tickets. It's a couple pages in. So if you have questions about popcorn, please don't hesitate to contact myself here at the office. We are getting a lot of phone calls and emails right now, so just be patient and we'll get back to you, and I promise we'll take care of your problem. So thank you, everybody, for getting their orders in. I know it's a huge task, and I can't wait to tell you where we ended up with popcorn. Thanks.
So that's coming up pretty quick, right around the corner next spring.
Yep. So the dates for Scouting for Food 2014 are April 5th is door hanger drop-off, and then April 12th is food collection.
Hey, could you mute yourself? Sorry.
Thank you. We do have a new chair for 2014. His name is John Seville. He is with Conagra Foods. He's also a board member, and he has 3 sons, one of which who just got his Eagle. Our goal for 2014 is to collect 500,000 items of food, and in order to reach that goal, we do need every pack, troop, and crew to participate. Scouting for Food is one of the ways that we can uphold our promise to the parents in our organization. I mean, as stated in the Scout Oath and Law, we're supposed to be helping other people. And to be helpful, 1 in 5 children in our service area are in a food insecure home. And if you take that stat and apply it to the families in our program, that's over 3,500 scouts living in homes that don't have food. So not only can we help people in the community, but it's also a way to help boys within our own pack and troops. To help achieve our goal, we are partnering also with the Cornhusker Council in Lincoln, and plus we're doing some additional marketing touches and partnering with Conagra events that are already going on to help increase our awareness of the campaign. We will, again, be partnering with the Hy-Vees in our service areas, but if you don't live in an area that has Hy-Vees, let us know and we can partner with the local food banks or other grocery stores in your area. That's not a problem. We'll get everything set up for you. And then we also know that some units go above and beyond and do 2 food drives for the year, sometimes in the Thanksgiving time frame, and then also alongside with the Council Scouting for Food. If you are planning on doing a service food drive this fall, please calculate how many items or pounds you do collect, because we will be able to add those onto your unit amounts for this spring. By doing that, if you could just email me at Erin, ERIN, Glidden, GLIDDEN, or call me at 402-514-3028. That would be great. So that's kind of where we are right now, but for you guys, just make sure you're keeping those 2 dates in mind, so the first 2 Saturdays in April, and make sure all of your families are on board to participate and understand the importance of it. That's all I
Cool.
have.
Erin, a quick question for you.
Yes.
Do you still want units, obviously we want them to report how they're doing with Scouting for Food, but, and I don't, this may catch you off guard, but do we still want them to report this on the Good Turn for America site as well?
So, and if you haven't done that for your 2013, you can still go online and do it, but it does count towards your JTE service hours, where units to get gold, they need 4 service hours. This does count as one of those. You can just go online, click the food, you did a food drive, and it will count towards your service hours.
And I assume somewhere on our website we have instructions, Katie,
Yes.
so people can go in and log in, how to log in and get their information.
It's under the Journey to Excellence tab,
Right.
and then it's right on there.
Perfect.
So.
Well, we'll make sure we include that in the minutes from this meeting so that folks have that available to them as well. Because I think it's important to be able to get recognition for the hours that our PACs, troops, and crews are doing out there.
Definitely.
So, great, thanks.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Cool. I am going to chat with us briefly about something pretty exciting. We had an opportunity to apply to the Susanna Walter Scott Foundation for some funding for doing some additional storm shelters out at Camp Cedars. We actually received a challenge grant in the amount of $750,000 that if we raise $1.5 million, we'll get $750,000 from Susan Walter Scott Foundation, which is very exciting. The most recent development is we've had Dan Neary from Mutual of Omaha has agreed to help us raise the $3 million, which includes that $750,000 from Sue and Walter Scott Foundation, that we need to build 3 more shelters out at Camp Cedars, which will also serve as bath house latrine facilities for us with flush toilets and showers, but also serve as tornado storm shelters for us. A multi-purpose facility that we'll be able to use year-round, but also provides a tremendous amount of well-being and safety for our scouts and leaders. So that's very exciting for us. The other component is actually another shelter, which also will double as classroom and residential facilities up at Heritage Hill, up near our equestrian and Coke Tower, that will provide housing for the staff up there, as well as a shelter for our program participants and our staff up there. That will be phase 2 after we've completed the shower house, bath house, shelter components. We hope, if all goes well and the money is raised fairly quickly, that we might even be able to break ground and have some of these bath house, shower house facilities available next summer. No promises there. What we don't want to do is we don't want summer camp to be a construction site, but we'll, just based on weather and timing, see what we can do. But at the very latest, it'll be the summer of 2015. We'll certainly have those facilities up and running. So, or certainly by the fall of 2014, we'll have the facilities up and running, but then for summer camp 2015. So very exciting news there that we're thrilled about, and again, continues to deliver on our promise to parents and our unparalleled experiences portion of our vision. So with that said, again, we keep notes, we post links, we post phone numbers and email addresses as a part of our Fireside chat on our website, and of course you can certainly go visit or email out this video to other members of your PAC Trooper crew or district committee or commissioner staff so that others can remain in touch with us as well. At this point, though, I'll open it up for questions, comments, true confessions, or a new feature that I started last month, which is Bust the Rumor with Eric, where I'm happy to confirm or deny any rumors that you hear that are out there. So, and my staff doesn't like this because they have no idea what I'm getting myself into, but I think it's important because there are things that are people are hearing out there that are accurate, and then there's things that are inaccurate, and I just like to make sure that we're transparent and communicating clearly. So with that said, I'll open it up to questions, comments, true confessions, or Bust the Rumor with Eric.
Sorry about that. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the month of November. It's hard to believe that the end of the year is only about 60 days away and going into 2014. Just a few updates. We have all the charter renewals out as of about October 15th. We're currently finishing up membership inventories with all the units, and most of those are completed by October 29th. So we're well within the charter renewal process and getting that finished up for this year. Charters are due back on December 3rd or 5th, depending on your roundtable. The Recharter resources can be found at the MAC BSA website under the membership tab, charter renewal. It's got some great resources like a 5-step recharter plan to make sure you've got everything that you need to go online to complete your charter in organized fashion. Also, youth protection training. We do have a main focus on getting all our leaders recertified with youth protection training. As a reminder, that expires after 2 years of tenure on that, and then you have to retake it to recertify for that, kind of like you do with some of the other things. And you can do that online at my.scouting.org. And please make sure you're reviewing that. Commissioner staff and district committees are contacting units to verify all their youth protection trainings as well. One of the quick things that you can do as well is at my.scouting.org, you have the ability to also print out your own rosters for youth protection training on where your unit stands with that process. So if you have any questions, please contact the membership team, either Tracy or Susan or your district executive or your unit commissioner, and they can help you through the process.
December 2nd, we'll have our next Fireside chat. I appreciate everybody taking time to join us today. Thank you, Katie, for putting it together, and thanks to everybody else who presented today. We'll see you on the scouting trail, and have a great afternoon. Bye.